Today I just wanted to do the post about the lucky last number five, and we say number five, big surprise. But I went into the fact that in the first births and pregnancies I had the complications and all the and how everything was hard, and then um, this last one definitely was not planned, and when we found out, I think I mentioned that my husband's initial reaction was like, "Oh my gosh, we can't do it," because we were just in the middle of like such a tough time with the twins and just everything. So it was kind of one of those things that we were like, "Okay, well, I've had miscarriages before, not sure if this one will follow through. Like, so we'll just see what happens." And long story short, with everything, the whole pregnancy went like the pregnancy itself was really good. It was just really tough being pregnant, having the four other children, and especially the twins, because geez, like it's having to run after them. I remember because they didn't. You can't have the twins anywhere without them being restrained or something. And I remember even taking them to the park, and I was 38 weeks pregnant with her name's Sadie. We named her Sadie, and just the twins taking off, and I'm having to run after one twin and my husband's having to run after the other, and I just probably looked like, I don't know, like an Oompa Loompa, like chasing after them. So they're still at a very challenging age, like they're two, almost three, and they are just very independent, confident kids. So it's very hard to just take them anywhere. So that was the tough part. And then not being able, like, I never got to nap during any of my pregnancies anyway. But yeah, so we have no help. My husband's family doesn't really come around, doesn't, isn't really involved with our family or the children or any of that stuff. So we were kind of wondering, well, what the heck are we going to do? Because if I have to go to the hospital, then it's just my husband can't come because somebody has to watch the kids. And then we eventually said, okay, well, I'll try a home birth because this way my daughter gets to be a part of it. And I was not really keen on a home birth, but it was the only option I felt like we had. Um, so I was like, all right, we'll do home birth and we'll just, whatever, no epidural. She'll be able to be there with us and everything. So it gets close to the time, and it turns out that I ended up having too much fluid. So they said that's automatically a hospital birth. And she said because of my age, because I was 40, that they didn't want me to go over the due date. So the due date was December 15th, and the twins' birthday is December 16th. So I ended up having to go in for an induction where they stuck the balloon in my cervix overnight, and then they induced me the next day, and I just said, I want an epidural. I was like, I'm not messing around with any of this other stuff. I know for a fact that I want an epidural, and that was it. And so it just went so smooth. It was like they gave me the epidural. They broke my waters, and then they had me walk around for a bit, and nothing induced labor. There was getting no contractions, nothing. And so then they ended up giving me the pitocin at a certain, it was like the afternoon. So my husband and my daughter got to come in at like 8 o'clock because that's when they broke my waters. And then this is my oldest daughter, Asacia. And then walked around for a bit, nothing. And then around maybe, I don't know, 3:30, they took me in to start the induction and all that stuff. And yeah, so they did this thing where they said, okay, well, you're in active labor, so we just give you an hour with no pushing. It gives the baby the chance to come down and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, sweet. So, yeah, none of that. And then after that, 3 rounds of pushing, I think it was 16 minutes, and she was here, and that was it. No tearing, nothing. And I ended up this time having really great midwives because I messaged some looking for it because they were all full, but somebody said that seeing as I've had such not so great past experiences with the births and the midwives and stuff, she wanted to take me on. So I had a really amazing group of midwives, and my original midwife didn't birth my baby, but I'd seen her a bunch, so I felt pretty comfortable with her. And she told me it was the easiest labor that she's ever done because it was afternoon birth, just quick and done, 16 minutes, nothing, no stitches, nothing needed, and any of that stuff. So I opted to spend a day in the hospital after she was born just to be with her. But it's kind of funny because you kind of forget that you're not supposed to be able to do much after labor, especially if you have so many kids. And just after that, I was just kind of thinking, oh, cripes, here we go again with the whole sleep thing. But I was just happy she was here, and I was just in like get it done mode sort of thing. And next morning, the twins came, and everybody was insane wanting to see the baby and all excited and everything. And I think I forgot to mention the most important part was that my oldest got to catch her because they actually let her put gloves on, and she was 8 at the time, put gloves on and catch her. And then when she was out, they let her cut the cord, and she was not squeamish at all. So she said the only thing that makes her squeamish is poop. But yeah, she was not squeamish. She was really excited, and Seisha was the first person that Sadie saw. So yeah, it was just a really amazing ending to such a really I don't know what the word is, like all over the place, pregnancy and birthing journey. So yeah, so we have Sadie here, and I love all my children, but and I remember somebody saying that I just have a special connection to one of my kids, and I thought, no, I just love all of them, but I do love all of them, but Sadie and I just, maybe it's because she's my youngest, I don't know. She's my little soul baby. We even have our third eye moles together, and yeah, so that was that. It was a nice ending to kind of a rough beginning. So, and we're in the spot. She's going to be 1 in December, so she's December 14th, and the twins are December 16th. And yeah, so she's been becoming up 1, and everything's just been amazing with her the entire way through. So, yeah, that's my Sadie.